Hello students, now today we are going to start the remaining part of your Winsbridge oscillator. In Winsbridge oscillator, what we have studied till now, first what we have done, I hope you all have remembered the oscillator definition. Oscillator is nothing but a device which can generate the output in the form of sinusoidal wave, that means sine wave, without any AC input, as long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Okay, then we went for types like classification of oscillators. In according to the waveform, there are two types, RC and LC. Then no, sinusoidal and non-sinusoidal. Then we went for sinusoidal oscillators. Sinusoidal oscillators are nothing but this RC and LC. From RC we have RC oscillators are two types. Then again we went for RC oscillator, whereas non-sinusoidals are like multivibrator, which is the second chapter in your unit 4th. So the first chapter we started. In this first chapter we have studied about oscillators. So in oscillator is nothing but a device which can generate the output in the form of AC. Okay, which can generate the output in the form of AC without any AC input signal, as long as the DC power supply is connected to it. Okay, as long as the DC power supply is connected to it, it will give us the output in the form of sine wave. Okay, means without any AC input. Now next we have to go for this types of oscillators, that is of two types. One is like RC oscillator and one is like LC oscillators. Okay, like RC oscillators we have studied two types. Okay, one is like RC phase shift oscillator and second one is RC Winsbridge oscillator, or you can call it as Winsbridge oscillator. So RC phase shift oscillator, well, already we have studied in our previous classes. Okay, now in my last class I have taught you about Winsbridge oscillator. Okay, in Winsbridge oscillator, now Winsbridge oscillator is nothing but, see what is this RC. RC means we are using resistor and capacitor in our feedback network. Okay, we are using resistor and capacitor in our feedback network. Okay, remember this in your mind. So first, how we have used resistor and capacitor in the feedback network in phase shift. Simply we have connected resistor R and C in the form of ladder. Then what we have done, we have taken the feedback with respect to that network. Okay, so in a phase shift oscillator, the feedback is given with respect to resistor R and C. Okay, which are connected in the form of ladder network. Okay, ladder, like steps wise. Then we went for the second oscillator. That second oscillator is nothing but yours Winsbridge oscillator. In Winsbridge oscillator, what we have seen the network, which is here also in Winsbridge oscillator also we are connecting the feedback with respect to our R and C, that means capacitor and resistor. Okay, that means we have connected with respect to capacitor and resistor. So in Winsbridge a little bit different is there. In phase shift we have used feedback with respect to the resistor and capacitor. It is same, it is correct. But what we have done in Winsbridge oscillator, we have used resistor and capacitor in the form of bridge network. Okay, we have used resistor and capacitor in the form of bridge network. That means what? Simply we have constructed the Winsbridge. This Winsbridge you have seen in where in your intermediate syllabus also you were having Winsbridge oscillator. So it will be in bridge type. Even you can consider this Winsbridge oscillator and rectifier. In rectifier also we have drawn the bridge network. Okay, like this. Okay, but here what we are doing, we are drawing the bridge network in different form. Okay, like upper and then lower parallel series. Okay, so what we have studied in Winsbridge oscillator, first an oscillator which is used in audio radio means in radio frequency generator, audio frequency generator. Okay, in Winsbridge oscillator what we have started, first I will tell you introduction. In introduction we said that an oscillator which is widely used in variable audio frequency generator is known as Winsbridge oscillator. Okay, a oscillator which is widely used in variable audio frequency generator is known as Winsbridge oscillator. Okay, then we went for the circuit diagram. Before circuit diagram we have went for like circuit network. We will tell it as network. Okay, principle of Winsbridge works on this network. So that network consists of what? That network consists of upper arm and lower arm. Upper arm consists of resistor and capacitor. Previous class I am revising now. Okay, if you have missed the previous video, you cannot understand this video. Okay, means you cannot understand this class. So previous class I have shown you the circuit diagram of bridge network. It consists of two arms, upper arm and lower arm. Upper arm contains a series of resistor and capacitor. Both are connected in series. Okay, whereas lower arm contains a series of parallel combination, like capacitor and resistor is connected in parallel form. Okay, in lower arm. So then we went for, after drawing we went for the next operation. So what we have done in this Winsbridge oscillator, simply before connecting this Winsbridge network to our circuit, we have seen whether it is working in which position, means it is able to generate the frequency or not. So first only we have calculated the frequency, because obviously from feedback network itself we can find out the frequency, because oscillator means what? Frequency we should calculate, and amplifier means what? You should calculate the gain. So what we have done, Winsbridge oscillator network we have drawn. From that we have taken the formula for voltage gain. Then from the voltage gain we have calculated two important things. Okay, two important things. One is nothing but our first one, we have calculated the frequency formula. Then we have calculated the sustained oscillator condition. So the sustained oscillation condition for this is nothing but 1/3 we got. Okay, so how we have calculated from the network? After the network we have written the formula, that is V0 by Vi is equals to impedance of parallel combination by total impedance. Then we wrote the impedance of parallel combination of, means parallel means A into B by A plus B formula. Then series means A plus B. Okay, so impedance of parallel combination means what we have done here, we have taken A as resistor and B as capacitor. So when you are taking A as a resistor, A value will be simply R impedance, but when you will take a capacitor formula you have to write. So capacitor formula will be C equal to minus J by omega C. That is the formula for capacitor. Okay, then what we have done, we have substituted in the impedance of parallel combination. In impedance of parallel combination what we have done, simply R into capacitor means minus J omega by C by R plus J omega by C, that is impedance formula, by total impedance. Total impedance consists of two formulas, one is series, one is parallel, both. The total network we have to take. So upper arm contains what? Series. Lower arm contains what? Parallel. It is my previous class. If you have not listened the previous class, so you cannot understand. Keep in your mind. So lower arm contains a parallel combination. So here series means A plus B. So A plus B means R plus minus J by omega C. Simply. R plus minus J by omega C plus then parallel combination you should write. What is the parallel combination here? again R and C, R into A plus B, R into C, that is R into minus J by omega C by R plus J over R plus minus J by omega C. Then after writing the total formula, what is your next task? You have to make it cut upper part and lower part taking LCM, then you will get finally the equation. Okay, from that equation you have to equate the real parts. What is this real parts? Real parts will be your terms which are without J, and imaginary parts will be terms which are having with J. So real parts, from real parts we will calculate the omega value, and that omega value we will substitute in frequency. Frequency formula will be what? F equal to omega by 2 pi. Omega value what we got? 1 by RC. That we will substitute here. So finally we will get the real part. From the real part we will get the equation of our frequency. Frequency F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. Then from the J terms, that is nothing but from the imaginary part, we will get the main part, that is sustained oscillation condition. Sustained oscillation condition will be what here? That is which is the terms which are having J. So from that everything will be cutted J by omega C cut, it will be like 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 value will be for the sustained oscillation condition. So by this we have got satisfaction that Wien-Bridge oscillator has generated the output with the frequency. Means if we will connect this Wien-Bridge oscillator, see obviously from feedback network only we can calculate the frequency. So obviously we got the frequency formula, F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC, and sustained oscillation condition is 1 by 3. At 1 by 3 you will be getting the sustained oscillation. What do you mean by sustained oscillation? Sustained oscillation means it will be like 360 degrees, 180 degree plus 180 degrees. So it will be like 360 degrees. So that we will get. Okay, now from this network we got the confirmation that it will be working in proper way, because we got frequency formula and we got sustained oscillation condition. So now this network we can connect to our circuit as a feedback network. Then from the circuit we will tell about circuit description, and finally we will speak about the circuit operation. Then finally your Wien-Bridge topic will be over. Now we are going to see the circuit diagram of Wien-Bridge oscillator, where we have connected the Wien-Bridge network. Okay, in feedback part. Okay, now we will see. Now see, we are going to see the diagram of your circuit diagram of Wien-Bridge oscillator. Okay, where you will see the circuit diagram of Wien-Bridge oscillator, where you will use the network, Wien-Bridge network, in the feedback form. Okay, so here now you can see the diagram. Okay, see the diagram here. You have taken two transistors, T1, T2. Okay, then we have taken here. Okay, here we have taken two transistors, T1 and T2. Okay, then this is like RE, that is emitter bypass capacitor, emitter resistance, and lamp. This is lamp. What is the use of this lamp? I will tell you. Capacitor. What we have done? We have joined the two transistors. Okay, why we have taken two transistors? Because without any AC input, we should have the output in the form of sine wave. Okay, remember this. So how you will get the output in the form of sine wave without any AC input? With the one transistor we cannot get. So here we have taken two transistors. Okay, now two transistors. Then what is this part? This part you observe. This is the feedback part. Okay, that means it is the Wien-Bridge oscillator part. This part is nothing but the Wien-Bridge oscillator part. Okay, and what you can see, this is coming from here and again it is connecting to this. Okay, coming from here, and it is from input, it is coming to the output part like that. So it is coming and joining here. Okay, so this is the feedback network. So what is this feedback network consist of? This is like upper arm and this is like lower arm. So what is this feedback network? This feedback network is nothing but Wien-Bridge oscillator network. Okay, it is nothing but a Wien-Bridge oscillator. Okay, that feedback part. Now what is the main task? Now circuit description. We will go for circuit description. In circuit description, it consists of two transistors. Okay, it consists of two transistors, T1 and T2. Okay, clear? Now output of T1 is going as an input to the T2. Circuit description. Output of T1 is going as an input to the T2. Okay, then the network feedback network consists of a resistor R1, C1, R2, C2, which is in Wien-Bridge form. Okay. Now what is this lamp? Lamp is used in the circuit to limit the amplitude of the waveform. Limit the amplitude means what? If your waveform is like this, again it is like this, again like this, means it is wrong. It should be like same amplitude. You should get same amplitude of your sine wave. So that's why we will use lamp. Okay. Now circuit description, what we have studied? In circuit description, what we have studied? In circuit description, we have studied that first we have studied about this. First, it consists of how many transistors? It consists of two transistors. Okay, it consists of two transistors, T1 and T2. Okay, it consists of two transistors, T1 and T2. Okay, output of T1 is going as an input to the T2. Okay, then we went for the feedback network. Feedback network consists of resistor and capacitor in the form of Wien-Bridge. That is, upper arm contains the series combination, whereas the lower arm contains the parallel combination. Remember this. Okay, this is your Wien-Bridge network. Then we went for lamp. Lamp is nothing but, it is used for what purpose? Lamp is used for limiting the amplitude of the waveform. Amplitude of waveform should not be up and down. It should be in the limits. So that's why limiting the amplitude of the waveform can be done with the help of a lamp. Okay. Then this is your circuit description. So in circuit description, what you have learned? First, it consists of two transistors, T1 and T2. T1, T2. Then the output of T1 is going as an input to the T2. Okay. Then what we have? This is RC. RC means what? Collector resistance. Okay. Then the feedback circuit consists of contains a Wien-Bridge network, which is having two arms, upper arm and lower arm. Upper arm R1, C1 and lower arm R2, C2. Okay. Then this is coming and connecting to here. Okay. Now this lamp is connected for limiting the amplitude of the waveform. Okay. So you have to write this much in your circuit description. Now circuit operation. In circuit operation, what you have to study here? When VCC is on. Okay. When VCC is on, what will happen? There will be a phase input signal is applied at T1. Input signal means what? It will be directly applied by T1. Okay. This will be used as an input. Okay. Here, input signal which is applied by T1 to T2. Okay. Input signal which is applied by, see, when in circuit operation, what you should remember? When VCC is on, current will start flowing in this two parts. Input of second transistor is coming from the output of the first. So the input which is coming to T2, which will be passed to T2. Okay, the output of the first transistor is going to be going as an input to the second. Okay, the output of the first transistor is going as an input to the second. So here it will come. Okay, here this second. What will happen? It will amplify. See here, actually what you have to tell here, clear part, the output of the second is going as an input to the first, remember this. Okay, then this is going as an input to the second, like this. Okay, now in operation, what you will tell? In operation, first input of first transistor you are getting from the Wien bridge network. Okay, in circuit description, what you have to tell? First input of the first transistor you are getting with the help of Wien bridge network. This point you remember. Then output of this is going as an input to the second. You remember this. Now operation. In operation, when VCC is on, what is happening? Input of the first transistor is like suffering from the 180 degree of phase shift. Means whatever input is there in first transistor. See, the input which is coming from the Wien bridge network to the first transistor will be amplified in this circuit, RC network. RC network means what? Resistor or capacitor, collector resistance. Okay, it will amplify in the circuit, in this part. Okay, RC network. Since it is amplifying in this part, but it will suffer 180 degree of phase shift. It will get only 180 degree of phase shift, but more 180 degree it need. For that purpose, this will pass to the second transistor, where it will get more 180 degree of phase shift. So 180 degree plus 180 degree, you will get how much? 360 degrees. Thus the output will be in the form of sine wave. Okay, once again I am telling circuit description. In circuit description, it consists of two transistors, T1 and T2. Okay, now input of T1 is given with respect to the Wien bridge network, which consists of two arms, series and parallel combination, upper arm and lower arm. Okay, now output of this is going as an input to the second. Okay, then lamp is used to limit the amplitude of the waveform. Okay, now next we will go for operation. In operation, first when VCC is on, we are oning now VCC. What will happen? The input which is applied with respect to Wien bridge to the first transistor will amplify in this part. Will amplify in RC circuit. RC means what? Collector resistance will be amplified in the RC circuit. But it will not have 180 degree of phase shift. It will have only more 180 degree of phase shift. It will not have. It will have only 180 degree of phase shift. It will amplify in the RC circuit the input which is applied with the Wien bridge. Operation, listen carefully. The input which is applied with the help of Wien bridge to the transistor T1 will amplify in the RC circuit. RC stands for what? Resistor of collector resistance. Okay, it will amplify in the RC circuit. After amplification, it will see for 180 degree of phase shift. 180 degree phase shift it will get positive. It will get like this with T1 after amplification. But it needs more 180 degree to get the sustained oscillation. So it needs more 180 degree. Because of this output will pass as an input to the second, where it will get more 180 degree of phase shift. Where it will get more 180 degree of phase shift. 180 degree. Totally you will get what? How much? 360 degrees. Okay, 180 degree. Totally the output is how much? 360 degrees. Finally, output of your Wien bridge oscillator is in the form of sine wave with 360 degrees. That means for sustained oscillation condition is satisfied. That means it is having 360 degrees output, 180 degree plus 180 degree. Okay, so in operation what you will study? In operation, when VCC is on, okay, input which is applied with the help of Wien bridge network to the transistor T1 will be amplified in the RC circuit. RC means what? Collector resistance circuit. Okay. After amplification, it will see for 180 degree of phase shift. It will get only 180 degree. More 180 degree it need na. So it will see for more 180 degree of phase shift. So it will not get. So what it will do? It will pass to the next transistor, that is T2, where it will get more 180 degree of phase shift. 180 degree, 180 degree, totally it will get 360 degrees. Okay. So output is how much now? Totally output is like 360 degrees. Okay. Finally, output of the Wien bridge oscillator is now 360 degrees. Okay. Then we got the output in the form of sine wave. You can see the output in the form of sine wave. This is nothing but by this we have completed our Wien bridge oscillator topic. By this we have completed the by this we have completed about the RC oscillator, both the oscillators. RC oscillators means both the oscillators like phase shift and Wien bridge. So in Wien bridge, what you have studied? In Wien bridge, first you have studied that it is an oscillator which is used in your widely used in local oscillator, audio frequency generator. It is known as Wien bridge. Then we went for Wien bridge network. In Wien bridge network, we have seen it is having two arms, upper arm and lower arm. Upper arm is in series and lower arm is in parallel. Then after that we went for the formula. In that formula, gain formula, we wrote impedance of parallel combination by total impedance. Then we have calculated the value for that. After calculating A and B value, substituting A is resistor and B is nothing but our capacitor. After calculating the values, next we got the two formulas from the equation. Then equating real parts, we got frequency formula. Equating imaginary parts, we got sustained oscillation condition. Okay, so from real parts we got this formula, frequency formula, F equal to 1 by 2 pi RC. From imaginary parts we got sustained oscillation condition. What is that? 1 by 3. Then finally we went for our main part, that is nothing but we went for the Wien bridge oscillator network we have taken and we have connected it to one circuit. So this Wien bridge oscillator is used as a feedback network for that circuit. That will be giving the most important operation for our circuit. Now in this circuit you can see on the blackboard. Okay, it consists of two transistors T1 and T2. Circuit description. Input of T1 is getting from the Wien bridge network. This is Wien bridge network R1 C1, which is giving us the feedback. Okay, and well as it is giving the input to the T1 and output of T1 is going as input to T2. Okay, then we went for, then output of this T2 is going as input to the T1, like that, opposite. Then what is lamp? Lamp is nothing but a which is used in the circuit to limit the amplitude of the waveform. Okay. Then finally we went for operation. In operation we said that when VCC is on, the input which is applied to T1 will be amplified in the RC network, but it will suffer with 180 degree of phase shift. For that purpose it will pass to the next transistor T2, where it will get more 180 degree, 180 degree, 180 degree, 360 degrees. Finally, we will generate the output in the form of sine wave, and 360 degrees means sustained oscillation condition is certified. Okay. By this we have completed our Wien bridge oscillator and phase shift oscillator, two oscillators of our RC network, where we have seen feedback with respect to resistor and capacitor. Now in our next class I will start next oscillators, that is nothing but LC oscillators. Thank you.